Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Scotha from Scotha Gaming, and we're going to start our 5th episode of our Rags to Riches. We're starting off having to play catch up a little bit, so I did do some off-camera grinding. I met Red for the first time, I met Mabel for the first time. There's some clothes in my inventory, which you'll see in a little bit. I also missed a few days, as you can tell by my money trees. So we're gonna go ahead and just collect those. So while I was off camera grinding, like I mentioned before, we did meet Red, we met Mabel. This is her second time coming now. And I only typically buy 1 or 2 items from Mabel, and she still, on the 3rd visit, asked me to place down her shop. I know some people like to buy all of the items. I never have, and it always seems to work pretty well for me. So we're going to put on the Converse. I love Converse in real life and in game. They're my favorite shoe ever. And this is also another big development. So during the off-camera time, I hit up a few markets on the weekend, and I finally got my do-rag. So I was very excited when Mabel, the first day she came, had a sweater that matched my do-rag. So it was almost like it was meant to be. So we're gonna go ahead and pay off some of our house. As you can see, my savings is up quite a bit. We were doing a lot of diving. So we're just gonna pay a little bit from savings, a little bit from our pockets. And I was checking the recycling bin because I really want that sloppy bed or the sloppy sofa. Those are my 2 favorite in-game items to decorate my house with. So we're hoping that they're going to show up eventually. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this baby bear. It's super cute. And that's it. So now, let's see, what are we doing? Oh yes, I'm showing you that we also have the plot set up. We found Vesta at the last episode. So I haven't finished filling those plots because I don't want them to autofill yet. So we have all the plots set up still, ready to go. And here is my giant museum pile from off-camera grinding. And Lyman is going to teach us a reaction. I love having all the different reactions. I think they're my favorite to play with, even if it is just sneezing. So we're going to add this sea bass to our CJ pile, push it in nice and neat so we can still kind of get around it. There's our painting from Red. The moving painting with the mermaid is always real if it has the trees in the top right hand corner. But either way, I would have taken a big one for my house too, but I wanted to go ahead and get that real one. That way eventually we can get Brewster. So I did print up some Nook Mile tickets to kind of do a mini hunt. I only printed up 2. And we're gonna not take Agent S. Nothing against her, just not one I would prefer. And since this is a pond island, I thought I would try to catch a couple of pond fish. Ended up catching trash, which it's fine. Got a DIY for the aroma pot. That's that little clay pot that has the candle on the bottom. I love those in real life and in game. So we're gonna go ahead and catch this fish. As you can see, we were already scavenging this island, chopping down trees, weeding, all of those things. We're gonna go ahead and hit the rocks. And I really messed up this rock. I'm surprised I got the 5 that I did. I should have dug the holes at the bottom. But just like that, the island is completely wiped clean. I didn't take the flowers, I didn't have the room. So we're gonna go ahead and go home. And at home, we're gonna go ahead and empty our inventory before we go to the next one. Just because we're still operating in that very small pocket space until Resident Services gets upgraded. So there's our flick pile. And there's our CJ pile, so we're going to just add our extras to those. And we're going to go ahead and drop off our materials inside our house. Now, you see the money bag in the bottom left-hand corner. I did run into Sahara as well during my off-camera grinding, and I had to pay 20,000 bells. Well, I don't have a trash can yet, so for now I'm just going to leave it in the corner of my house, and then once I either come across a trash can in a market or in my Nook stop, I will go ahead and pay the trash can those bells. So for now, they're just sitting in my house. And here, our second island was Sister Fruit Island and Spork, which is a win-win. Sister Fruit, awesome, sells for quite a bit, plus we can plant it, and Spork, he's just so dang cute. And I love how in the UK version, he's called Crackle, I think is what it is. So I love that there's different names for the villagers depending on what region you're in. I think that's adorable. So we deforested the island, we hit the rocks, and as you can see, we got a gold nugget, but our pockets were full. So we had to drop a few items, but just like that, the island is wiped. We got our lazy, and now we're gonna go ahead and go back home. Alright, so let's go ahead and go take care of all the items in our pockets. I'm gonna go put the materials away in our very tiny storage. And then we're gonna go ahead and sell the rest of what we can. Now, since I have my do-rag on, I can sell things directly to the Nooklings now, but I did have to stop and examine the rules. As you can see, the forager can scavenge anything forageable on their island, but I wasn't quite sure if that counted for the fruit, so I had to also go and search the Discord because I didn't want to break the rules, and I got conflicting answers, so I went ahead and just safe bet decided that the fruit was going to get sold to the Dropbox, since it didn't explicitly state that we could sell the fruit in the rules, and I didn't get a clear answer in Discord. So if anybody is playing along with Rags to Riches and knows for certain whether or not you can sell the fruit directly as a forager, or if it goes in the Dropbox, can you comment down below and let me know? So here we're going to go ahead and finish the houses, as well as pick up seashells on our way up the beach. Kind of multitasking. Now, I know we only have 2 out of the 3 of our villagers, but I didn't want to use any more Nook miles to get more tickets. So I decided 1 autofill is better than 3 autofills. So now we're just going to go ahead and go about our dailies. We're going to go ahead and dig up the fossils to add to our huge museum pile. We're going to harvest our coconut trees. And we're finally going to check our Nook Plus goals for the day. As you can see, some of them naturally got completed just by doing the little mini villager hunt that we did. So now we're going to focus on the rest of them. And watch me horribly try to catch this butterfly. I'm so happy it didn't fly away on me. So we're gonna hit all of our rocks. Found our money rock for the day. It moved away from the money trees, which I don't mind. And we're going to sell more stuff to the drop-off box. The fruit. I was almost about to sell the seashells, and then I remembered that I could go sell those inside the shop directly to Timmy and Tommy. So I went ahead, came into the tent to trigger the autofills, as well as to get my fencing. What is your favorite fence in the game? I think my favorite fence in the game, besides the hedge, which you can only get from Leaf, is the stone fence. I think it just looks really rustic and cute. So that's the one I'm going to be checking for at the Nook stop. So now, what are we doing? Fishing. We are going to finish our fishing Nook Mile Plus goal for the day and completely miss the fish. And now we're going to chaos plant the oranges. So I did hold back from selling 10 oranges so I could plant them on my island, and I had no rhyme or reason for how I planted these. I just scattered them around the front part of my island and stopped for a new bug, because you always stop for a new bug. But once they're fully mature and fully grown, maybe I'll pull them to the side and do like an orchard or something. So here I'm just dropping the things that I need to go in to sell because I didn't feel like going into another loading screen. And I'm going to grab all of what I can fit in my pockets from this huge donation pile. And I'm going to go ahead and have Blathers do what he needs to do. So we're going to assess all of the fossils, and hopefully it's a mixed bag. I want there to be nothing duplicated or already turned in so we can complete our fossil museum part. But at the same time, I want there to be duplicates or things we've already turned in, because then I can sell them and get more money. So it's a mixed bag. Whichever works either way. So as you can see, we added those to our little drop pile in front of the shop and caught a new bug. And I love catching the butterflies in this game because I love going and sitting in the butterfly room in the museum. If you haven't gone and explored your museum yet, you really should. It's the most peaceful experience in this whole game. So here we are, round 2. We're going to do the fossils and the creatures. And not a bad haul for what needs to be donated. So hopefully our museum pile won't get so big again, but you never know. We're going to collect our Nook Miles Plus achievements for the day. And we're gonna go check on that autofill. Let's go see who autofilled. Sprinkle. So I didn't know who Sprinkle was, so I flashed a picture on the screen in case you didn't either. She's like an ice blue penguin. She's really cute. So I'm excited to get to know her. I've never really had any of the penguins, I don't think. I only had Flo once. So anyways, thanks for stopping by and watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're enjoying this series so far.